there, my little movie maniacs, and welcome to another episode of Midnight Movie Mania. I am your host, John, and with me is my co-host, Spike.
Hi there, I'm here. Yay.
Right then. Now, tonight we were supposed to do Godzilla 1998, but for the life of me, I could not find that bloody DVD. For love nor money, I couldn't find it anywhere in this bloody house. I swear to God, this house is haunted. Do you know, every time I go to do a movie, the disc vanishes. So I done a quick head scratch and went, Godzilla is, what, 70 this year? Isn't he?
Yes. 70. Yes. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. So I thought, let's do Godzilla. So I rummaged and then I went, wait a minute here. I watched a movie during a pandemic called Notzilla, which was a homage to Godzilla movies of the, what would you say, 60s, 70s?
Yeah. Well, even the 50s, but yeah, 60s, 70s mostly.
Okay. And I watched this thing during the pandemic for the first time in, 2020, when Amazon had it. And I love this thing because it was really goddamn ridiculous.
It is.
So when did you first watch this?
I watched it yesterday for the first time.
Okay then.
I never, until you mentioned it, I had never even heard of it. But then I really enjoyed it. Being a Godzilla fan, I loved like all the tropes that were in it and just the ridiculousness of it all. It was it's a fun movie. It's definitely a fun movie.
Yeah. I mean, I will say I'm not a fan of giant monster movies. I just don't get the appeal of them, you know. So
I'm so sad. I'm so sad for you.
I mean, to me, giant monster movies always fall under the Power Rangers category. So, I mean, I've tried watching giant monster movies and they just don't work. So,
well, I grew up with them. I saw Godzilla, the original, when I was just a wee lad, like really small, and my sister would make me stay up to watch these late night movies because she was too scared to watch them by herself.
I was
make me stay up till like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning to watch them. And this thing, the original Godzilla, just gave me nightmares. Which is ridiculous to think of as an adult because there's nothing scary about that original movie. But it just, I had nightmares about Godzilla and for years. And that's kind of makes it fun too because, you know, it scared me as a kid and it's ridiculous now.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, like I said, I was not a great fan of monster movies at all, even though, much to my partner's annoyance, he loves giant monster movies, and bless him, he's tried dragging me to like Godzilla versus Kong, Pacific Rim, and all these giant monster movies, and I'm like, I mean,
did you at least go and watch them with him?
Yes, I've watched them. Well, not completely at the time. No. But watching them back in the home and going, like he was going ape shit at what was it, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and I was going, you know. So,
well, if you're not the Godzilla King of the Monsters, if you are not like steeped in Godzilla lore, a lot of that's just going to fly over your head because, you know, us fans, we were thinking, oh, and that's that guy. Oh, that, you know, just like, I was just like giddy. I was absolutely giddy through that movie.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of get it because last week we watched The Flash, the modern Flash, the crappy ass movie with the terrible CGI, and the awful acting. My God. And I was going, because all the Batman stuff, and I was regurgitating, and my partner's like, what's that? What's this? He has no, I mean, even though he's a DC fan, I was getting all the little references to various, and he goes, so I can get it? So that's fine. But although I will say, when I first watched this thing, I put this on social media, which I stumbled across this during the pandemic as something to watch well editing. This is a fun little movie that is a piss take on Godzilla. You'll only love this if you're a Godzilla fan because the jokes come thick and fast. So I say give it a watch. So I wrote that way back in 2020.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But this movie came out when? Was it 2020 or was it 2019?
2020 it hit Amazon when it's big release on Amazon, but apparently this has been floating around since 2018, 2019. It was a festive, lovely, a festival, lovely rather. It
Yeah.
won a couple of awards and such, and blah 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 blah. But it came to public on Amazon Prime, so there
Yeah,
we are.
because of Prime. Oh, well, good for Prime for giving us that.
Unfortunately, it's no longer on Prime. They
No.
Yeah, so, but I did find it on Amazon on YouTube for free. So,
I
yeah.
know. And a really good. I mean, it's pristine. It's like perfect copy. And yeah, I posted it yesterday actually because I was trying to get people to watch it so they can enjoy this podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pristine copy. It's really well done.
Yeah. I mean, like I says, I only know a handful of things about Godzilla. That he was Japan's rather answer to the nuclear bomb.
Right.
I only know a handful of the monsters, such as Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah. I'm running out of ones now. What the hell? Destroyer. And the what's that one? The smog monster one? Is it smog or is it toxic waste or something like that?
Yeah. Oh, what was that? Oh, I'm not getting it either.
So yeah, so that's my entirety of Godzilla knowledge. Even though I did see the '98 version in the cinema on opening day, and oh my god, that was a gut punch and a slap in the face. My god, that was awful.
It was it was a fun movie, but it was not a Godzilla movie.
No, it was Jurassic Park 2.5.
Yeah,
I would say.
What's that with the little babies running around? I'm like, no, we don't need what? No. Anyway, but yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed the movie, but it was not a Godzilla movie.
No, that wasn't. I mean, what annoys me about this movie is I can't find much information on this at all. All I could find out was it was filmed in 2018. It was put on the festive circuit, and that was it. It won a couple of awards, and that was it. I can't find any other information at all.
Yeah, so, it was really slim. I was surprised that because I mean, it won all these awards. You'd think there'd be more information on it. I know George Takei was attached to it at one point.
Oh, was he now? Interesting.
But he did, and Patrick Warburton was also attached to it at the same time. But it took so long for them to get things going that they ended up and eventually dropping out.
Okay.
Yes, it actually ended up redoing the entire script and changing the story slightly and going from that direction. So,
I mean, I do know that the director is a Christian fundamentalist director. He does all these faith-based movies. So I'm going faith-based movie, Godzilla parody. What? How? So there we have that one. So let's just dive into the quick cast and the quick plot and such. So the cast, we have Frederick Ang Lee, Tim Benswich, what's his name? Tiffany Winkfield and Becca Kravitz. I'm sorry, Tiffany Winkfield. She sounds like a bloody, I don't know, drag queen, to the stage. Tiffany Winkfield. Anyway, directed by Mitch Teamley. I shouldn't know that was terrible, John. So anyway, move on. The plot. A Japanese scientist tries to save the last of a giant Godzilla-like creature called Notzilla from the military. He heads to the United States in Ohio, which we have to talk about.
Yes.
I have no idea, because apparently the whole joke is Ohio is hello in Japanese. That's why he picked Ohio. And moving on. He
Hi.
accidentally flushes the one egg, which he saved in Tokyo, down the airplane's toilet, and it's now lost in the Ohio River. Unfortunately, a smug, cocky, idiot American scientist finds the egg, and when it hatches, it turns into a Godzilla-esque monster. Why? Because he feeds it beer, and we'll talk about that. So the more beer it drinks, the bigger it gets. Now the US Army wants it dead before it destroys Cincinnati. Can a Japanese scientist save Notzilla? Find out here. So yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a sound
Okay.
permit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but right, it opens up in Japan in 1962, and the Godzilla creature is getting destroyed by the military, as it does.
Yeah.
So was there a Godzilla movie out in 62?
In 1962?
Mhm.
I
Yes.
don't know. I mean, there were. The original came out in the 50s, so
Yes.
there
Yeah.
are clearly Godzilla movies, but I don't know about 1962. I don't know when the
Mm.
sequel came out.
Okay. 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 I mean, I love the fact how the army is attacking the Godzilla. You don't see the monster at all. We just see the hands in the reflection of the
Yeah.
Japanese scientist's glasses. I love the fact how they've got a little toy car
Yeah.
as I just love the little teeny little toy car as there's a young couple in the car, first dating sort of thing, and at Lovers Lane sort of scenario, and they just fall off the cliff and they're perfectly fine and just continue to kiss. I'd love that. I was like, that's cute. That's
It's
cute.
they do such a great job of using miniatures really
Hmm.
badly,
Hmm.
and it's brilliant throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, yeah. I've got that in my notes here. I love how cheap this looks, but it's geniusly cheap because
Yeah.
it's a nod and a wink sort of thing. Because if you watch these early Godzilla movies, they do actually use train sets and miniatures and the such, and it's like, yeah, so we get it. It's a nod and a wink, but this is a parrot or a piss take, as
Yeah.
we say in Britain. So it's a sort of gentle nudge in the ribs, going, see how cheap this thing looks. Yeah, so. And here we meet Professor Ichihiro Honda, played by Frederick Onley or Engley. He's here to save Notzilla, but it's too late as she's destroyed because she ate fermented berries. First question: what's with the fermented berries?
Fermented berries like wine and alcohol.
Yes, I get that, but
So
is there anything in Godzilla where he eats it and?
no, there's not. No,
Mm,
no, nothing like that. That's why it. One of the things that I thought was odd when that came out in the movie in Notzilla is that there's tropes throughout this entire movie, like
mhm,
Godzilla tropes that are really played off well. But that was one that just kind of that's not a trope at all. So it just kind of came out of nowhere. You know
mhm.
what I mean? And it's just like, I don't know. I think they could have used something a little more creative than beer. But Cincinnati is a beer town.
Okay
So
then.
that played into it.
Okay then. Okay then. Okay then. Although, do they have giant adverts of beer cans full of beer? I mean, I love the fact that he just picks up one of the cans, opens it, and drinks it. And I'm like, would there be alcohol in these giant advert?
Exactly. There are giant beer all over Cincinnati, even as we speak. You've clearly never have been to Cincinnati.
Oh my god. Moving on. So for this, because I thought the whole thing was this was a Godzilla monster thing where it ate like berries and it made them
No,
grow bigger rather. So yeah, okay then, okay
there's
then.
nothing there.
So cut to Professor Honda learning English, and I love that one. He pulls out a book because he's dubbed, because of course he is. Um, and I'd love that joke, but they could have stretched that joke a bit longer. I thought they could have had like half the movie he's dubbed, and then he finishes the book and he speaks English perfectly. But
Oh,
they dropped that joke right away. I'm like, no, stretch that joke out a little bit more. It would have been more
yeah,
fun.
that's a good
But
point. Yeah, I agree. But they had so many running gags in this thing. I'm thinking they
mm,
probably had to chop a few.
Okay, then. Okay, then. Okay. Although this is a fleeting movie, it's what 78 minutes or something ridiculous like that. This is not a slow movie. This thing goes zoom. I mean, the jokes are going
Yeah,
so.
they're
You're like, what? In
nonstop.
the whole joke where he's a what is he a oh my god, what is it, a paleontologist or something? No, no, no. I'm not a butt doctor. I'm like, oh dear God, that joke's terrible. And they continue that joke all through the movie. Oh my lord. So basically, he has a book where it says learn English in 2 weeks, and he's on the last page, and instantly, boom, he can speak English perfectly. I mean,
Yeah.
that. And he's poring over the map of America, because Australia, America, and he goes, Ohio, ha, and he goes, that's vaguely racist, but it's kind of funny. So, I just love that one. But he goes, oh, Ohio, and he just
Yeah.
picks it like that. I mean, so I just love that one. But like I said, it's vaguely racist, but it's just funny enough to be funny.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And I was like, because having never seen this movie before yesterday, I was like, oh my gosh, that's Ohio. There's Columbus right there. Is he coming to Columbus? Then he went to Cincinnati. Whatever. So disappointing.
so that's the main rival then, is Cincinnati then. I see.
Yeah. Well, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus, we're always competing. We're like, I mean, Columbus is the best. I mean, let's face it, but it's, whatever.
So it's basically the Glasgow Edinburgh rivalry then. So
Yeah, I have no idea what that means, but yes.
Anyway, moving on. So I love the fact he goes on a plane, and it's a CGI plane, but it's a modern day plane, not one from the 60s. I'm going, you know, got a 60s. Oh my god. And he somehow flushes the egg. That is some suction on that toilet, by the way. That is.
Yeah, and it didn't break.
No. Although I will ask, before I forget, what's with the reflection talking back, and it's his father? Is that a trope?
That's not a trope either. No.
Oh, that's.
Never saw that in a Godzilla movie.
See, I thought these were all like tropes from various Godzilla movies. Like I said, I've only seen like maybe 5, so I'm sort of vaguely aware of the Godzilla stuff, but the little minutia stuff I have no idea about. So yeah, I just thought
Yeah,
it was a trope.
don't read too much into it.
Okay then.
There were definitely some things in there that were just weird. So
Okay. Although I love the fact how the reflection is his father, and he keeps on calling him Ishi, and he goes, "Stop calling me Ishi. My name is Hiro." And the father's like, "You're not a man. You have to kill to be a man." And he's like, "No. I'm a scientist." And his father's like, "Yeah, whatever." So yeah. So like I said, so the egg is accidentally flushed in the toilet, and it somehow lands in Ohio River. I'm like, how does it? 1 minute you're across the ocean, next minute you're in Ohio over the river. How does that one work? But moving on.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, they had to get into Cincinnati somehow.
yes, that's true. So in Ohio, in the Snuggie, oh god, secret nuclear underground government installation. I love that one, by the way, Snuggie.
Snuggie a blanket? He actually said that at one point, and I'm like, yes, that's what we're all thinking.
Oh my god, it's so bad. We meet vain, smug, sexist, idiot scientist, Dr. Richard Blowhart. Although they call him Blowhart, and then Blowhard, and then Blowhart.
Yeah.
They changed his name 3 times this. I'm like, what?
I kept thinking that too. I'm like, wait, is his name Blowhart or Blowhard? It was like, it kept going back and forth, and I'm not really sure if that was intentional or not, but it was very confusing.
Yeah. I mean, played by Tim Burch, and we meet his assistant, Dr. Shirley Ugest. Don't call me Shirley, but that's what I thought.
It's not Ugest, it's Ugest.
Yeah, well, okay.
Which was a funny ongoing joke too.
Yeah. Also, do your little giggle for you and all that stuff, and do the little, what was it, the nose flares and the flip, and it goes, you could be a scientist, just dress like a scientist. And she's like, I am a scientist. She gets really pissy with him. I love that. She just gets really annoyed at him. So yeah.
One of the things that Godzilla, a lot of the Godzilla movies do, is they always stick a hero woman in the movie. So that was kind of a clever little thing that they added, that having her, a strong woman kind of thing in there, because Godzilla almost always has some kind of strong woman that is kind of secondary, but for the time it was edgy,
Okay.
So yeah, that was kind of a clever little thing. They obviously made it more tropey than necessary, but
yeah, like it says, so she is Dr. Eugest, played by Tiffany Winkfield, and she's basically the put upon assistant, even though she's running the entire bloody show, because he spews all these ridiculous stuff and she translates it into actual science jargon, and I'm going, well, how did he become the lead scientist of this thing? Oh, that's right, he's not. He's a fake. I mean, oh my god.
Yeah. And she did a great job. I mean, both of the leads did really good work on this movie. Tim Bench, I thought, was just funny and just smarmy enough, that he was really well. And the actress, I don't know her name offhand.
Tiffany.
Yeah, she actually won like 2 awards on the acting awards for her role. Best actress in at least 2 of the festivals. So
I do love another trope of Dr. Blowhard is he sees everybody as hero worshipping him. Like he's the perfect scientist, the perfect man, and like, oh yeah, think it shit and all that stuff. I'm going, okay, that's getting annoying now, but it works.
See, I thought that was kind of funny, because I mean, it gave you insight into his character like immediately. They did that. You're like, oh, this is the kind of guy he is, which was really well done.
Yeah, exactly. And then in the rest, when they finally got the elevator or the lift, 500 floors in an hour. I love that one. It was like an hour long, yay. The other joke that was kind of, it was funny at first, but then it get kind of annoying, was he shaves constantly and it isn't plugged in. He's constantly shaving. It's a 5 o'clock shower and he's shaving, but it isn't even plugged in. And it's like, oh dear God. And she pulls out a lady shaver and hands him a lady shaver and it's back operated. He's like, oh, it's just cutting. Yeah. Oh, he's such a vein. Oh my God. So in the lab, we meet the other doctors. We have Dr. Bjorn Block, or Born Black.
Bjorn.
Yeah. That actually, when writing this one down, I actually got that joke. I went, oh my God, it just hit me with boom. He's born. Oh my God.
He's a was he supposed to be Swedish?
Yeah, he's supposed to be
Swedish. Yeah,
he's from somewhere in America, and I'm going, okay then. He's played by Ken Early. He's Swedish, but he's from Minnesota. Okay then. And then we have French, quote unquote, French scientist, Dr. Jacques Boutet, played by Becca Kravitz. Oh my God.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about her, because she's dressed as a man, and that accent. There was nothing about that character that I liked.
Nope.
Every time she spoke or was on the screen, she was just like, it was like nails on a chalkboard. I was like, why is she there? You know what I mean? He, because it was a girl with a mustache. But, it was like, I don't know. There was nothing about that character that I liked. I wish that character did not exist in this movie.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but the Pepe Le Pew accent she had, she's like, oh, come here, Mr. Blowhard. I will, oh God, that's a terrible accent also. I will come massage your back, and the whole oh my god, is there a gay vibe floating around? And the whole running joke is, as all the other scientists get him side eye because Blowhard has got attention of this man, and he is all over him. And
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
cut
think
this.
I think it would have been. I mean, it would have been a little better if it was not that didn't have that horrible French accent.
Mm,
At least they
mm,
could have. I don't know. It was just like her getting her words out of her mouth was just like it. It it was terrible. I couldn't wait till she finished her dialogue and somebody else started talking.
yeah, there was a 90s late night 90s TV show in Britain called Eurotrash, and it was presented by, oh god, I forgot the main presenters now. Oh my god, my mind has went blank. The other presenter was Jean-Paul Gaultier, and he has the annoying heavy French accent. But the main host goes, "Bonjour, my British chums," and every single time she was speaking, all I heard was Anton. I second name now. Anyway, and all I heard was the fake French accent, even though Jean-Paul Gaultier is French, but the way it was put on, it was like it doesn't work. So,
Yeah, yeah. It
um,
certainly didn't work in this movie either.
no, 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 no. Then there's the other two scientists. We have Dr. Shortman, played by Charlie Harper. He's a short Jew because that's hilarious. Okay, then.
Yes.
And we have Dr. Munglish, played by Michael Wilhelm, and he's just a yes man idiot. So
Yeah.
that's hilarious because.
Okay, I have to tell you that those two, as far as the sub characters in the movie, were two of my favorite scientists. Those two I thought were really good. I mean, they didn't have any really funny lines,
No.
but at least they didn't have any funky accents or anything. And the guy, the what's the short guy? The short guy's name, whatever his name is. His voice was great. I don't know where he came up with that voice, but it was not his own, clearly. He was putting on a voice of some sort, but that voice was excellent. I'm like, I could listen to him talk and tell jokes all night.
Okay. See, they two kind of grated on me. I was like, one's an idiot yes man, and one is short. That's the whole joke.
Yeah.
So
there wasn't a there.
So they're testing plutonium 239, or as Blowhart wants to call it, wow powder. Oh my god. The reactor fails and it blows up, and it almost blows up Cincinnati, I'm guessing. And Blowhart doesn't care. I love the fact that they have Star Trek acting as they're throwing herself all over the place and bouncing around. It's like, oh my god.
Because they even acknowledge it at one point in the movie when they move to one side in that Star Trek way, and he's like, had the floor actually moved.
I do love he pulls out the what was it, the atomic protectors and their sunglasses and he just puts them on.
Yeah,
like, okay, commend Star Trek 60s acting as a bouncing all over the place. It's like, oh dear God.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, that's so dear.
I wish they would have used that more often in the movie because they only did it like twice, didn't they? Maybe 3 times. And
3 times.
They could have done that throughout the entire movie, and it would have just gotten funnier and funnier.
Yeah. So topside, Blowhart and Eugest go and they find this weird red egg floating in a river, and she's like, oh my god, it's a dinosaur egg. And he goes, dinosaurs exist? No, in a minute, don't, but they did. I'm going, he's supposed to be a scientist. He doesn't realise that. Oh, moving on. And I love the fact how they all go to this weird chili roadside diner where they're serving chili and they're talking openly about this trade secrets. And I'm going, what the hell?
Yeah. Which they played off later on when they were talking later at the diner, but in that hilarious scene where he's like, we're not, nobody's supposed to be knowing about this conversation, and it's just like, who's listening to me? And everybody raises their hand.
Yeah. The whole restaurant just goes, still, yes, I have to mention the reporter, Pearl Stringer, played by Samantha Russell. She's dressed as a waitress, but she changes her outfit every single scene she's in, which made me laugh. I mean, the wigs she was wearing, like, oh my god, the wigs. I love the fact she plays a taxi driver, but she's driving a Beetle, not a taxi.
Yeah.
I was like, what the? So,
you can't even get that right.
It's so cheap they couldn't afford to get a taxi. They got a Beetle and painted it yellow, or a yellow Beetle and just stuck taxi on it.
Yeah.
It's like cheap. Anywho, she knows all about Professor Honda for reasons. Because she's an investigative journalist. She knows Professor Honda. She knows about Dr. Blowhard. She knows about the Snuggie. She knows about everything. I'm going, what is she, bloody Lois Lane? I mean, oh my god. Oh my god. So she introduces Professor Honda to Blowhard and Eugest, and boom, Honda and Eugest are in love just like that. I love that one. She's like, oh, I'm in love. And within seconds, Eugest pulls out the egg, and Honda goes, oh my goodness, my Notzilla egg, and blah, 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 blah. And then he's on the team, just like that. I'm going, hello, this is during the Cold War.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be secrets? I mean, yes, he's Japanese, and I don't think America was at war with Japan at the time, but there was still secrets and spying and the such, and they just blot it out. And
they do only have an hour and 18 minutes to make the movie come to a conclusion. So
okay. I mean, I would have stretched this out to at least 90 minutes, because there was enough material here to make ridiculous jokes, but it seems to be rushed. They just rushed through all the jokes, and it's like,
definitely rushed. It's a definitely rushed movie.
So it then cuts to that night, and Blowhard has the egg for some reason, and he spills a can of beer over it, and boom, baby Notzilla is born, and he looks like a cross-eyed Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of cute, but it's kind of cross-eyed, and I'm guessing this is a nod to Godzuki, Godzilla's son.
Gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh, that was just a dark Godzilla lore. Though I did watch that stupid cartoon every Saturday morning, but I hated it at the same time. But I loved it because it was Godzilla.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it is. What was it? Godzuki had his own movie, but it was a little boy's dream. And that was the whole thing about bullying and something. And I was like, what the feck was that?
Son of Godzilla, technically, he doesn't exist because it was a dream. So that was the only, good part of that movie. And the spider. The giant spider was great in that movie.
Okay then. So Blowhard feeds it beer, as you do. By the way, what is it with the beer having two openings? What was that all about? I was going,
because
why?
1962. They didn't have pop open cans in 1962. You had to actually take a can opener and put a hole in it.
Okay then. Okay, I thought the whole ring full thing, we took the whole ring off.
That came later. That was that later invention. So yeah, you had to actually break it open.
Interesting.
Which is problematic because Notzilla didn't have one of those whenever he took one of the large ones. But that's just me.
So it's just giant claw.
It's such an unrealistic movie.
Use one of his claws and just poke it with his giant claw, and that's what opens.
Could have, but no, he didn't. He just picked it up and drank it.
Yeah, but we've got a giant, what is that, 60-foot, 30-foot can of an advertising, and it's full of beer. So that's the least of his problems. I mean, God.
It's just this giant cans of beer littered across Cincinnati.
Yeah, yeah. I love the fact how the little baby Notzilla thing goes into the crates of beer, and just goes to town, and there's cans everywhere, and it's like, yeah, as it starts to grow and grow and grow and grow.
Yeah, and that was a very well done little puppet device thing that they created for him. So
Yeah.
I was impressed by that.
Yeah, yeah. I think they should actually marketed these little plushy things and made Mario with it. I mean,
I don't know why they haven't.
Well,
it's too late now. The movie's out and done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they can make it for the sequel. Notzilla's Return or something, or God, something stupid like that. You know what I mean? So,
so they are creating a graphic novel of this movie.
Of course they are. Oh my God!
It got funded via one of the funding sites. I don't remember which one. But yeah, they made twice what they were asking for in order to make this graphic novel.
Okay then. But what is it for today in graphic novels? I mean, everything has to have a bloody graphic novel. It's like, tell the story in the time you've got allotted yourself, or the time the budget you've been given. So all you have to read this novel, this book, this, that. Just tell your story in the time allotted. I mean, this must my head in. So they're back in the diner and they're discussing Notzilla, and wouldn't you know it, Pearl has a busboy who just so happens to know where Notzilla went, and he goes to his grandpa because
yeah. Well, I'm not sure why that happened, and that did not look like a house owned by the grandfather of that kid.
Nope. I love the fact he goes, I'm from Kentucky, but he talks like a Californian surfer dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
He was like half Californian, half Kentuckian.
Oh my God. So they head to this house, which looks like a modern day house, not a 60s house at all.
No,
I mean,
no.
I was going, what? They couldn't even get like an old 60s style house or a 50s style house, but they have this modern, looks like it's full of like 2020 whatever or 2019 what the hell. I think it looks like it's a brand new house, and it's like, okay then. It's
like it was like done by, it looked like it was built by some like super expensive architect, and it was like, this is 1962. I'm like, that does not even and let alone a kid that speaks in a half Kentucky, half Californian accent, and his grandfather lives there. I don't think so.
Yeah. I was going, oh dear God. So Notzilla has drunk over 90 cases and is, quote, much bigger, as the scientist is doing the calculations, and he goes, he's much bigger because he's a fake scientist, and it's like, oh dear God. He's doing little finger things in the air, and he's going, he's much bigger. There's also a gigantic pool of piss, which Professor Honda takes a sample of to test for what exactly the reason why he's so big. The reason
I forget, because they revisit it later briefly, like, I found this in his urine kind of thing, but I don't remember what it was, and it was clearly so unimportant that I don't remember. Yeah.
I love the fact Blowhard takes a big handful of it and goes, it's salty beer. And they're all laughing at it. Oh dear. So on board the Snuggy boat, the pseudo-scientist, because of course it has a boat, they're on the Ohio River.
In a huge ass boat on the Ohio River.
Yeah. I was getting Jason Takes Manhattan flashbacks. This gigantic boat. Yeah, they're on a river. I'm going, okay then. And they're hunting down Notzilla for reasons. I mean, they say, oh, he's still a baby, but the more he drinks, the more he gets bigger, and when he gets bigger, he'll start to destroy stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
But
and I forgot.
still, even the body count was literally zero at the end of
Zero.
the movie, and
Yeah.
they kept acknowledging that there is no bloodbath.
There's no bloodshed. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Although
great. It was great.
they did drop that he was a party monster or something like that. So the
Oh,
more he
really?
drink, did you catch on his spine? He has a line of people conga dancing.
Yes. Oh, I spotted that right away. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's one of those little, like when you cut out a person out of a piece of
Yeah,
paper and you string it out. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant. That's
yeah,
absolutely brilliant.
yeah, yeah.
And
That
apparently,
was
and he had a smiley face on his tail, which I didn't
yes.
spot until later on in the movie.
Yes, yeah, 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 yeah. I watched a 30-minute documentary on the making of Notzilla, and it is only about that stupid suit. I was pissed. I was like 30 minutes of that ridiculous foam suit.
Oh,
I, oh
I
my God.
I loved that. I watched the entire thing, and it was just fascinating to see all the work that went into that stupid thing and cutting out everything out of
Mm,
foam and
mm.
making casts of everything. So it was oh, I can't
Yeah,
imagine doing it.
I
It
mean
must have
that
taken
must have.
forever.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and I love the fact how Notzilla has a zip on his chest.
Yes.
As
Yeah.
I just love that one. Oh my God. So I said, so they're on the boat on Ohio River, and Pearl has hid herself inside a clearly cardboard and foil radar
Yeah.
device, atomic radar thing, and she's
Atomic
hiding.
radar device. What?
What makes it better? It's atomic. So,
It's atomic. Yeah.
oh, that was genius. And they go, oh, it's 150 pound heavier. 126. I mean, that made me laugh. I was like, oh my God. I love the fact how it's clearly tinfoil or foil and
Oh,
cardboard. I love that
yeah.
fact. They don't even hide the fact that it's cardboard. Oh, and to make it work, she has a foil pie dish in her
Oh,
hand, and it,
yeah.
it works. It's like, what?
Where did that come from? Why is she? Yeah, yeah, that was great.
Oh God! And in walks the twin scout, Girl Scouts, and I'm going. That's a nod to Mothra's twin
Oh,
psychics.
no, I didn't think about that, but you could be like, yeah,
So,
that's fun.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Although I have to say, Mothra is the most useless Godzilla monster there is. All she can do is fly around and have glitter bombs, and
Yeah.
that's it. Then she's got her two little, what the hell the things are, butterfly, no butterfly, what the hell are they called? Caterpillar
Oh, yeah,
things that spray the silly string around the place. I'm like, that is the most useless
yeah.
monster there is. It's like, oh my God.
Well, the in Godzilla lore, she is the protector of the Earth.
I see.
So,
Okay.
so there's a lot of people that like have just really love Mothra because she has this. She's the hero of the Earth. So there's just an element of I don't know, goodness about Mothra that
Okay.
people love.
Okay.
I love.
Okay.
When I saw her in the that King of the Monsters, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Mothra, you know. Um, so yeah, she she holds a high place in Godzilla lore.
Okay then. Okay then. What was I was watching one Godzilla movie this month, and I have no idea what the name was. I think it was Mecha Godzilla versus Godzilla,
Oh,
and Mothra was there with her little bug thingies, and they're attacking Godzilla by biting on the tail. I mean, that is lame. That is just lame. And she's like, "Oh, my little glitter fairy dust," and then she
yeah,
gets killed, and she's like, "Oh, I'm dead," and that's
yeah.
it. And then she goes back to life, and then she dies. Like, and I'm like, "Oh, this is lame."
There
Oh,
were there were a lot of lame Godzilla movies. I will not. I'm not such a enormous fan that I will not criticize Godzilla, because there was a lot of stuff, and especially in late 60s, early 70s, I were just like, oh my gosh, why did they create this movie?
I mean, I think the lamest has to be Godzilla versus King Kong, where they have King Kong drugged and in the helicopter with the little net thing as they're flying to. Oh my, flying to Japan. That was so. And Godzilla, King Kong looks ridiculous. He's half balding and the fur's falling off this. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah, that is not one of my favorites.
Dear, oh dear. Okay then, so let's go back to this thing then. So later that night, they find Godzilla in the river, and he is gigantic. The diner's busboy suddenly shows out of a vat of toxic waste, and nothing happens. I'm like, I thought he was going to grow into a giant and attack.
I know. He just turns green for a while. And that's it.
He takes out a gun and tries to shoot Godzilla, but the grandfather shows up because he's the captain of the ship for some reason.
That was great.
And I'm going.
I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's funny. That was a funny moment. And he's all proper, His grandson is all, Kentucky hick, and he's all proper. Stuff. It was very funny.
Oh my god! So Notzilla gets shot and heads to the city to do Rampage, as you do.
Yeah.
I love the fact how the sort of busboy is hanging on Notzilla's tail, and he's going, "Server, whoa!" and all that stuff. He's going, the hang time, and I'm like, "Oh God, no!" Yeah, so bad.
We could have lived without that scene because it was not particularly funny, but it did set it up for a great song at the end. So there is that.
Okay.
Did you listen to the songs at the end?
No, I stopped it as soon as the credits started rolling, so I missed.
2 songs during the credits scene, during the credits, that are absolutely phenomenal. One is called "Do the Notzilla," which is a dance song, and then the other is about surfing on Notzilla's tail, and the surf song, and it's absolutely brilliant.
Okay. Although I will say, I wanted Notzilla to do the Godzilla jig dance thingy he was doing.
Oh, don't you start with me. Don't you start with me. That is the worst thing ever in a Godzilla movie.
Oh, I don't know. The drop kick using the tail as balance.
Yeah. Okay,
that's worse.
That's yeah.
Or somehow he turned into a shrimp thing and he fires his breath and it flies him.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a few things that are not as bad as that stupid dance that he did.
Oh my God.
Every time I think about that.
Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. So Honda visits Eugest in her apartment, and they're suddenly in love because they're now on their second date.
Yeah.
So that's how that one works. Okay then. Blowhard then gets drunk and calls the army, but the army's busy because of a little thing in Cuba.
Yeah. It's
I love that one.
Christ, nothing major.
Yeah, they're dealing with Xavier and Magneto, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So I love that one, but so they get the one that's left, and he's a brigadier air general because he's what the hell he was, an air conditioner general or something like that. I'm going.
Yeah, he's an HVAC engineer.
Oh, Fred! Oh, that is. I'm sorry.
That was really well done how they did that, and just the Cincinnati, what was it, the Cincinnati branch of the Pentagon's HVAC repair unit.
It's so stupid. I mean, it's so stupid. Yeah. He's General Bogus, played by Michael Bath. and he's a frigid air general. That's what it is, because I wrote it down, a frigid air general. Oh, God. He's a 2-star. No, I'm a 4-star. You're a 2.5-star. Okay, then. So after Blowhard hangs up, General Bogus calls his nephew Kenny Wannabe. That is a terrible name for a director. Played by Rupert Sproul, to film the attack, to make a movie. Now, is this in any of the Godzilla movies where they want to make a big production thing about it?
No, I mean, I'm sure there are people filming Godzilla in the movies occasionally, but there's no big thing about it.
Okay.
Trope about that. But I think the thing with that is that they're trying to make a movie of the movie.
Okay. See, I thought it was a nod to the original King Kong, where King Kong they filmed.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
the thing. So,
because that's what they were there, was to film it.
Yeah. Okay. So back in town, Notzilla attacks the Padiddle Hills Brewery, drinking one of their gigantic advert can things, and it makes him grow. And he has atomic breath by rifting or burping.
Yeah.
And then he has atomic farts, which was, oh God. Yeah. I don't mind the fart. Is what it comes from. Was the fire? Oh.
I don't mind the fire. That's just where it's coming from.
I just love. He picks up the can and opens it, and then drinks it. I'm going. So these giant advert things have beer inside of it. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's Cincinnati. Come on. It's Ohio. There's beer everywhere.
Oh my God. Oh, by the way, is what's it called? Padiddle Hills a real company? Is it just a made up company?
No, it is not.
Yes, okay.
Padiddle. Was it Padiddle?
Yeah, Padiddle Hills Brewery. So
well, Padiddle. Okay, so Padiddle, I've always known as a slang term for a penis. Okay. So it was just kind of funny that they chose that word of all words, Padiddle beer. I'm like, okay, that's a choice.
Okay then. But yeah, like I said, I just love the fact how he has this gigantic can that's about 10 feet, 12 feet tall, and it's full of beer. He just opens it and drinks it. And the boss boy's going, "Don't be so gnarly, share the beer." And I'm going, that would kill you if you poured some of that.
I know.
Oh dear. I've got in here, I love the fact you can see the zip on the Notzilla suit, and he's got like dancers on his tail running up down his spine, sort of stuff.
And I love how the zipper, okay, the pull tab on the zipper, I mean, you can see it. I mean, it flashes in the light. So, I mean, they make it really obvious that this is a zipper, which is great.
Yeah. I love that one. But have you ever actually seen the zip on the Godzilla outfit or the seams of the outfit? I mean,
say that again.
Did you actually see the seams on the Godzilla outfit or the zip on the outfit, or is that just a full-on piss take, basically?
Oh no, they don't use zippers in Godzilla movies. Okay. They use Velcro. They in some instances they actually have glued the person in.
Oh yes, yeah.
So they do not use zippers in Godzilla. No Godzilla movie has ever used a zipper.
Okay, because I did read,
but it's a common misconception that they play off pretty well in this movie.
Yeah. I did read somewhere that the original guy in the suit was passing out because he couldn't breathe, he couldn't see, he couldn't hear. There was no air conditioning. He was just drenched in sweat and couldn't do anything, and he passed out constantly. So
he could only be in the suit for so long, and he couldn't really exert himself too much.
Nope. So yeah. Let me see. So next morning, the army sets up in a field in Cincinnati. I just love it, a random field in Cincinnati, to stop Notzilla. And I love the fact how they have got toy soldiers, little plastic
Yeah,
green toy
yeah,
soldiers as their military, and they've got oh god, of course they have one, a red Native American.
a redneck.
Yeah, of course they do. I mean,
Yeah.
mm, mm, oh my god. So the army attacks, and of course it doesn't work because it's Notzilla, and the missiles are what the hell are the missiles? They were little what do you call that thing? Nerve gun missiles as they're
Oh, okay.
pinging off the god.
Doink, doink, doink. And Nodzilla's acting like, oh my gosh, these hurt so much.
I love the one he gets shot one up the ass. He pulls out his ass and goes me and throws it. I mean, I just love
Yeah.
that. Oh dear God! And it completely fails because, of course, it does
Yeah.
because the army is useless against Godzilla. So,
Well, they only have like 4 live people there.
I do love that they walk
They,
around the screen.
yeah, they walk and then they duck down below and then they walk again. That was great. That was great. I was
Yeah.
like, when they started that gag, I'm like, oh, I hope they duck underneath the camera and do it again. And sure enough, they did it, and it was like such a payoff.
Yeah, yeah. I do love that one, but they're going, is the army ready? Yes, sir. And there's like 4 people standing there, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
dear. God.
Uh,
Oh yeah, and I forgot the little atomic jets, and Notzilla just grabs them with the strings and go,
uh-huh.
and throws them away. I just love
Yeah,
that. It's like,
cuts them off. And a lot of this movie, because they wanted it to look like an old monster movie, or kaiju movie, they filmed a lot of that stuff not with blue screen but with projected screens in the back.
all right, okay,
So a lot of
okay.
the stuff that they were acting in front of, with the scenes going on in the background, that was all projection.
Interesting.
So they
I
were
did
actually,
notice that every time Jared Bogus was on screen, he stepped on stage. I'm like, why is he walking on a clear? He just walks up and he like
yeah,
steps on the stage. I'm like, what the? So,
yeah,
I did love that the city of whatever city it was just a picture. There was nothing. It was just like a flat
oh,
image. I'm
yeah,
going, you cheap. So on TV, General Bogus goes to gloat to warn the city that Notzilla is heading there and there's going to be a bloodbath and blah 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 blah. Professor Honda sees this and swears to protect Notzilla because Notzilla's an innocent baby. He just drunk too much fermented beer and he's now gigantic and he can reverse it by technobabble here.
yeah.
Um,
Cold
and
fusion, wasn't it the cold fusion thing, or was
yeah,
that something?
warm fusion.
Warm fusion, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Warm fusion, not cold fusion. Warm.
Oh my god. And Blowhard goes, I swear to destroy Notzilla because he stole my beer because oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's a lame excuse.
he's just a sad man.
Yeah, yeah. And then Bogus calls Blowhard and he goes, do you have a super secret weapon? Yes, I've got this atomic blaster, what the fuck it is.
Yeah, ever.
Oh my god. And
And
Handel.
it's clever that that um he got the idea from the subtitle. He's
Yes,
like,
yeah.
that's right. I do have one of the such as he's reading the subtitle.
Yeah, what's it called again? A super secret Uber fission fusion or a mega blaster,
Yeah.
which looks like a super soaker and a harpoon designed by the Borg. What
Yeah.
the heck was that thing? I mean, oh dear, oh dear. So, now this is what I don't get. This bit could have been cut because I was going, this is dragging. Cut it. It's not funny. There's no decent gag here as Blowhard takes on Honda and a haiku off. And I'm going, this
Cool.
isn't funny. This doesn't work. And the whole bit where they sort of talk like they're two 16-year-old girls. Hey, we don't like you. You
Yeah.
don't sit with it. I mean, yeah, that doesn't work. I mean,
See, my view of that was totally different because I'm like, oh, this is good. This is really I thought it was very clever. And it was, I forget what when he's defeated, and it was just, I thought it was very funny. I found that ever entertaining myself.
See, I would have liked it if they had, I don't know, if they were both dressed in geese and were doing the whole thing where they're doing the whole martial arts movements, but they're doing haiku. That would have been funnier, but just having them sitting there outside an elevator and they're blabbering away, and I went, this doesn't work. I mean, the joke doesn't work. It's stretched out too much, and the dialogue is. And he goes, the haiku's about death. I got that one. Oh, and he's defeated. I mean, so it then cuts to Professor Honda and Eugest on a date. She daydreams she's a geisha to Blowhard, and this somehow leads to her finding out Blowhard isn't a scientist, but he's a failed actor. How did she put two and two together? I mean,
well, she finds out about Blowhard from
the reporter later on in the movie, but she says here he's a fake scientist. So, what?
Oh, yeah, I didn't catch that. Yeah, I don't know. I said that.
That's another thing I've noticed. Every time Blowhard is passed out drunk, which is a lot in this movie, he talks about Donnie Draper as he's a child actor, a failed child actor from the 40s, the 50s.
Yeah.
And I'm going, nobody's overheard you in the multiple times you've been blackout drunk that you're not actually Dickie Blowhard. You're Donnie Darper, what the hell his name was, kid actor. So,
yeah.
Oh my god. Then she has a dream that Blowhard is the actual monster, not Notzilla. He's a giant version of himself, tries to kill Honda, and they're in a street in what the hell it was. And I'm going, the joke is, there's a joke that I saw an ATM and it was Tokyo. No, it wasn't Tokyo. It was somewhere in what the hell it was. And he goes, what's an ATM? I don't know. But they realise Blowhard is the villain and Notzilla is the innocent baby sort of thing. I'm going, you've been saying it all along for the past 45 minutes. So,
it was kind of send off of Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that one. He's got, Blowhard's got in his office a poster for Attack of the 50-Foot, was it Intelligent Woman or something like that? And he's got other stupid posters. I'm going, this guy is such a.
Yeah. What was it? It was Attack of the 60-Foot Woman, and it's something like.
She had a college degree or something like that.
Or something, and it was like, okay.
Yeah. Now the next scene made me laugh because I got the reference because I seen it in Godzilla versus Kong or King Kong, as Notzilla, quote, attacks a train, and he's got it on the train and he's playing about with the little toy train stuff, and I'm going, it's exactly what they've done in Godzilla versus King Kong, where except Godzilla just stands there and the train hits his feet and it's clearly a toy train. So Notzilla picks it up and starts looking at it and goes and like picks out the passengers,
the little paper silhouettes, and drops them, and then they turn into people and say, ah.
I'm going, they fall.
The people's feet aren't showing in any of those scenes, so they're just like waving their hands like, ah.
Yeah. Oh my god,
that was really well.
Yeah, that actually made me laugh for a good 5 minutes. I went, oh my god, that is so stupid, but it works.
It was great.
Oh god, I just loved. They say there's no bloodshed, but there is no chance in hell the people fell from that height and were alive.
Yeah.
Dear God. Oh god, I love that one. It just stops it and goes, there's a toy train here. Let's play with it back and forth. So cut to Honda as he's visiting the town's brewery to make up the potion to shrink Notzilla back to size using Eugest's warm fusion technology, what the hell that thing was, or formula. And he meets a German who doesn't get named. He's just a German beer expert. And he goes, I read the book, but I can't get the final chapter. And Honda goes, this is the final chapter. Yay, because
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if there was. Yeah, that whole thing was weird. Like, why does the German beer maker have to be there?
Mm.
I mean, I see why they did it to a certain extent because you have to have a beer maker to make a beer, but I don't know. Beer's not hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Meanwhile, Blowhart forces the other scientist to make his gigantic atomic fusion ray gun, which he calls it a atomic ray gun, and he calls it a mass fusion, what the fuck it was,
Yeah.
blaster, and then he comes with something else. I'm like, what the fuck? And I love the fact how they're discussing it in a toilet as out walks a reporter dressed as an old lady. I'm
Yeah.
like, what in the
Why
oh
not dress as a man in the men's room? But no,
mm,
she dresses
yeah.
as a men's room.
Oh my god. So oh god. The next day, the army set yet another trap for Notzilla in a field west of Cincinnati, aka Indiana. I just love that one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There
And
was
it's a
there were some great subtitle lines in this
mm,
movie throughout the entire thing.
yeah. I love that one. But I love the fact how they go. I asked you to mine the field, not have mines, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh god.
You know, when they were showing the mimes in the field, at first I was like, okay, that just is weird. Why did they do? And then that line was like, no, mines, not mimes. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant. That is hilarious.
Oh dear God, yeah. So all the while, General Bogus is recording the attack, and he goes, "Wait for a certain time because the golden hour." And I'm going, "It's the '60s. They have no idea what the golden hour was. That wasn't." Ugh, mm, God. Oh my God. So meanwhile, Pearl calls Eugest, tell her to go over to the diner, where she tells Eugest Blowhard isn't Professor Blowhard, but a washed-up child actor Donnie Draper or Draper. As the real Professor Blowhard, he was the limo driver, I'm guessing, of the
Yeah.
real guy who was blown up in 1944. And Blowhard stole the idea, stole his personality, and stole his ID, and da. And I'm going, so nobody knew what Professor Blowhard looked like then. I mean,
Don't think too hard.
mm, mm. And he stole his atomic uh, blaster gun thingamajig, and I'm going, Kieran, um, I love the fact how uh, the um the blaster looks like a satellite dish with like 5 or 6 green rods just
Yeah.
stuck to it. They're like glow sticks in essence. And I'm
Which
going,
that
hmm,
they did that a lot in the Godzilla movies, where they would have a dish that would just shoot inexplicable rays
hmm,
at Godzilla. And it was just a dish. It was just like a satellite dishy kind of thing, and it would be mounted on a truck, and it would just shoot beams, and you had no idea what the beams did.
hmm.
But they never really explain it. But they're there. So,
Yeah, I
but
just love that.
that dish was very important to
Hmm
the weapon.
Yeah. Also, I love the fact how once the Air Force attacks and Notzilla just grabs the planes with the strings, he goes, "Send in the men," and he goes, "Well, if tanks and planes can't destroy them, what is bullets going to do? Just use bigger bullets." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, God, dear God." So, where was I? Yeah, so the real Professor Blowhard was blown up in 1944 during an air raid attack by, I'm guessing, the Nazis.
Uh,
And this guy, Donnie Darper, was his limo driver, so he somehow escapes and stole everything from him. And there we have it.
yeah.
So cut to outside the city as General Bogus sets up the final line of defense against Notzilla, which is power lines. which again is a nod and a wink to Godzilla versus King Kong. And
Yeah.
okay, that's what I'm saying. Why not have the Boss Boy grow gigantic and have Godzilla versus the Boss Boy?
Yeah.
Or is it? I mean, because apparently the original idea was Godzilla versus Frankenstein was the original idea, and
Oh,
then they
really?
changed it to Godzilla, no Godzilla, King Kong, because they couldn't get the rights to Frankenstein, but they can get rights to King Kong, so they had it
Oh,
Godzilla versus King Kong instead of Godzilla versus Frankenstein, and that explains why King Kong gets his power from lightning because he gets hit by lightning and it becomes supercharged and he
interesting.
attacks Godzilla. So
Huh?
there we have that one.
I did not know that.
So
But
like I said, yeah.
the power lines thing is, I swear, every single Godzilla movie has
Okay.
something to do with him walking through power lines. It seems like every single time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got down here the electrical grid defense does nothing as he just gets a little shock from it. He goes, ooh, and he touches it, whoa, and he likes it. And then there's
I
a
thought he was gonna reach over to the other one and complete the circuit, but he didn't. I was like, come on, that's what you got to do. But
Mm,
it was funny.
and then there's a blimp out of nowhere. It just picks up the blimp and spikes it like a
Yeah.
football. And he does a little dance, and I was going, do the Godzilla jig. I mean,
Oh,
do 'cause that would be perfect time for the little jig, but nope.
I'm
He just
so
does
glad you
the
did that.
he just does the little sort of touchdown dance sort of stuff, and it's like, oh god, come on, do the moving on.
Yeah, I'm glad he
Um,
did.
so up runs Blowheart, who's late to the battle. I love that he gets pissy. I was 10 minutes late. You could have waited for me. Ah, really? I
Yeah.
mean, dear oh dear. Um, he then gloats his Mega Blaster fusion rifle blast, or the fuck it is
Yeah.
almost finished to take down Notzilla because he hates it because he stole, what was it, a case of beer off him or something like that. And I'm like, that is petty. I mean,
Yeah.
oh dear, oh dear. So Notzilla finally attacks the town and drinks another beer advert and hunts down Jest, making her Fairy. As she pulls up in the little toy car, he just picks her up and she instantly turns into a Barbie doll.
Yeah.
And it's like,
The commentary of the two people in the window was
uh-huh.
awesome. He's like, oh my gosh, he's picking her up. No, that's just a doll.
Oh, so it is, yeah.
Oh,
I've had
no,
them sitting there
there. It's
eating popcorn as they're doing that. That had me on the floor, howling with laughter. He's like, oh my god, look, she's going to pick her up. It's a doll. And she's sitting eating popcorn going, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, oh, God.
that's really good.
Ah,
And they didn't have enough money to create an entire hand of Notzilla for the woman
yes.
to be in, so they rear projected part of the hand behind her, and then they just had to build a thumb to cover it. And that's how they filmed that, and it was brilliant. It worked really well.
Yeah, I love that one. I was like, oh god. I love the fact how she calls herself Mommy, not Zilla.
Yeah.
And not Zilla listens to her, put the beer down, no, other hand, sweetie. She's gonna go throw her other hand, sweetie, and he throws the beer away. And then of course he has atomic farts
Yeah.
and it sets fire to the buildings and she goes, put out the fire, so he pisses on it because he's drunk all that beer. Oh dear, oh dear. I've got down.
Which makes sense,
hmm
you
hmm
know?
Oh my god, I've got down here. Everybody knows you don't buy beer, you rent it because it goes through like a dose of salt, and you're pissing like a Shire horse. That's
Oh,
why I hate drinking beer. You just drink it, then 5 minutes later you need to go piss it out. So it's like,
yeah,
yay! I mean,
that's true.
oh
It's such
my
a
god,
waste.
such a waste of money. So that's the thing. So Notzilla pisses out the fire all throughout the city. She goes, it works, and
Yeah.
then she just runs off. Now free, Notzilla tells sorry, UGS tells Notzilla to run to the hills. Run to the hills, baby, don't get attacked and all that stuff. And I'm going, okay then. UGS then goes to Snuggy to tell the scientist that Dr. Blowhard is actually the failed child star, as the real one had died in 44 and he's nothing but a fake and a phony. And then she pulls out a soapbox and says, science is supposed to bring people together, not push them apart. And oh my God. And then she goes, I've used your worm fishing thing to did it. And he goes, they're all so under your names. I'm going,
Yeah, that whole scene was like, what? It was too long. There was too much being said and not enough being communicated. It was just like a useless. I mean, I understand they were trying to make her like, I love you guys and I'm the good scientist kind of thing, but it was just way too much and too.
Yeah, she goes, who put Blowhard in charge? And I went, I don't know. He's a man, that's why he's in charge. Oh, but I mean,
yeah, exactly.
God. So I've got in here back to Honda. Remember him? He's finally made the worm fusion work and can now shrink Notzilla. Handy that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the army has taken its final stand, aka they have got all the toys in a row, and he goes, we're going to take down this damn monster. With what? I mean, dear God. Everybody knows in giant monster movies, the army is fucking useless. I mean, unless there's another giant monster or unless there's some sort of, I don't know, nuclear device, the army is useless. Even then, nuclear devices are useless. As in the Godzilla, what was it, 2014 with the giant, what the hell the things were, bat creatures, and they're eating the nuclear waste and the such, and what the fuck they were called? What were they?
Is that the Mudo?
Mudo, yeah. So,
yeah.
Useless.
They did a really good job in this movie of making the army like not only useless but like beyond useless. You know what I mean? Everywhere from the fake general to the little plastic army men in the scene and stuff. He did a great job with that.
Yeah, although what you expect, he's a 2-star fake general, so I mean,
thank you.
I forgot. Yeah, 2.5. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. So Blowhard then rolls up with his blaster, but it fails to fire because reasons. I mean,
didn't somebody push a button or something? I know they pushed a button later to not fire.
I have no idea. They put the key in, they turn the key, and it goes to fire it, and it just blows up.
Yeah.
So Kaden, as Pearl then walks up and exposes him to the world that he's a fake scientist, you just knees him on the balls, and he finds out he likes getting hit by women, and he's into domestics, or what they call him. Kaden.
Terrible.
Notzilla shows up. You just gives her like a bunch of trees as flowers, and I'm going, you're lucky it wasn't forced on your throat. So
I'm thinking, like, where did he sets them down, and I'm like, where did he set those down? Because they're gonna hurt somebody.
Honda drives up with a huge can of Warren Fusion beer and tells Notzilla to drink it. And they go, drink it, baby, drink it. And he finally drinks it. He shrinks back down to man size because tee haha, Notzilla's supposed to be a man in a suit and blah blah. Oh dear. Oh my God. Notzilla is shrunk down to size. The city is then saved. The fake Blowhard finds out he likes getting hit in the balls or slapped in the face by a woman. Professor Boutte then says he is a she, takes off the moustache and off the little French beret, and then she goes, but there's a secret button here, press that one, there's only one rod, but it can still destroy Cincinnati because we've got 50 years of blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, this ending is falling to pieces. I mean, oh my God. So Buffet then turns on the super secret blaster. He fires it to try to kill the man-sized Notzilla. And then the whole I'm Spartacus, no I'm Spartacus, and so I'm Notzilla, no I'm not, blah blah. Uh, and Honda drives the giant can of beer, and it hits it. The laser beam or its beam hits it, and it shrinks Boutte and Blowhard down to teeny size, and blah blah blah. And I was like, just end it. All was saved. A real 4-star general gives you Jess Snuggie. She then hires Honda as the head of American defense against giant monsters. Cut to the Ohio River as Notzilla is playing with the toy, and inside the toy car is Boutte and the fake Blowhard.
Yeah.
Honda and Jess has adopted Notzilla, and then there's 3 eggs floating in the river. The sequel, yay!
Hey. I thought it was kind of clever when they shrunk down Blowhard and Boutte, that they didn't show that until that last scene in the car.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Because they show them in the car, but you don't necessarily get the idea that they're shrunk. I mean, you kind of have an idea that they are, but it was great that they waited for the reveal until that last scene.
Although I would love to have seen the real 4-star general putting the 2.5-star general in his place. There's nothing. He wasted all that money, wasted all the airplanes and the tanks and whatever it was. Nothing. It's just dropped. Like, I'm going.
Yeah. Well, they are the Cincinnati, version of the Pentagon HVAC, maybe the Pentagon isn't paying as much attention to their budget as they would other departments.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. So the credits roll, and I hit stop because I was like, meh. So apparently I missed 2 funny songs.
You did. You missed 2 fantastic songs. One's a surfing song, and one's a 1950s, do these dance moves kind of song. They're absolutely fantastic. You have to listen to the words. It's great. They're great.
Okay then. I might actually look it up, the end songs, and find out if they're as good. Anyway, so that
would be great if they were available to stream or something, because they're that good. Okay then. So let's wrap this up then. So that was Notzilla. This is my 3rd time watching this, and I've got to say the jokes don't work on repeat viewings, unfortunately. This is a piss take or a homage to Godzilla, but I would say only if you're a Godzilla nerd will you get these subtle references, or as I was looking too much into it, realizing these are not Godzilla references, they're just references. I say give this a watch with, I don't know, a Saturday night watch with a pizza and a few beers, and just let this thing wash over you, because it is ridiculous, but it just works. But like I said, this is a one-time watch, and maybe that's about it. So, what do you say? Having not watched it more than once, I can totally get that. It multiple viewings beyond a certain point is not going to offer reward. I think if you went like 5 years between viewings, it would be funny, because you're not gonna necessarily remember all the details. But yeah, I thought it's a really good parody of Godzilla, and it's done really well. It has a lot of the tropes in it that Godzilla fans are gonna love, and there's some genuinely ridiculously funny lines, but there's an equal portion of just stupid juvenile humor that doesn't necessarily hit home, but it's very entertaining from beginning to finish, beginning to end. It is very entertaining. There are obviously talked about some scenes that we could have totally lived without, but yeah, it's very well done. I thought they did a great job. It's so wonderfully cheesy, but in an entirely intentional way that does not get in the way of your enjoyment of the movie.
No. I mean, I remember during the pandemic, I get into a debate whether or not parody movies can still exist. Yes, this movie felt like Airplane to me, as there's a ton of jokes, 300,000 miles an hour, and you pick up on the funny ones, but there's more funny ones. But unfortunately, this is too rushed, and it's not as clever as it thinks it is. The jokes are not layered enough.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like Airplane is what, 44 years old, and that is still funny. The whole Shirley, don't call me Shirley, and all that stuff, and the whole it's a bad day to get up glue sniffing sort of stuff. I mean, so yeah.
This does not have the, you know, in Airplane, everybody knows the lines, you know, and you can repeat the lines. This movie does not have as many of those instances where the lines are just funny unto themselves. You know what I mean? I still think it's a worthy movie. I think it's a very well done, and the production values on it are like spot on for this type of movie. They work, you know, they do very little green screen, and which makes it just, it seems like, you know, green screen when it's obvious can just throw you out of the mood, but the way they use all the projection backdrops as opposed to green screens just makes it work really, really well.
Yeah. Although, like I says, this does prove that parody movies can work, and it doesn't have to be fart jokes and sex jokes. It can be clever, subtle jokes, sort of stuff. But yeah, like I said, this does prove.
This is a very clean movie.
Yes.
I mean, I don't even know if there's profanity in it, to be honest. But
no.
Like you said, it works, and it's a great parody. And I think you're right. I think the genre can be successful, and I think this movie shows that.
Yes. Unfortunately, the scary movies destroyed parody. Because that's all you'll be able to see now is all these like date movies, epic movie, scary movie, I don't know, sports movie, whatever the fuck else it was. I mean, these movies. Yes, yeah. Anyway, let's score this thing out of 10. 1 being dog shit and 10 being solid. I'm going to give this thing 5, maybe 6 out of 10. So what'd you give it?
I would give it a solid 7. I might even I could be convinced to give it an 8, but 7.5. Can I do that? 7.5.
Okay then.
Because there's a lot of jokes that just hit home perfectly, and others that don't. I think they should have had more running gags throughout the entire movie, as opposed to, you know, little 10-minute segments of running jokes. But yeah, I enjoyed it immensely. Yeah. I'm so glad you told me about it. I didn't know anything about this until you proposed doing it, and I'm like, Notzilla? What the heck is Notzilla?
Like I said, I was during the pandemic. I was just looking for anything to watch while editing multiple podcasts, and I went, screw it, let's put this thing on. I'm not paying much attention to it, and then I sort of listened to some of the dialogue and went, that's quite clever, and so I wound it back and watched it, and so yeah. Right, so then let's wrap this thing up. So thank you for listening. Now you can follow us on X at Midnight Mania Pod. You can follow me on X at Here's Johnny 79, and you can follow Spike on X at
Spike Warden 1.
Okay.
And
we also have
Same on Instagram as well.
Yes, I was about to say that. We also have an Instagram, Midnight Movie Mania Pod, and Spike is Spike Warden 1. Now,
Correct.
our next podcast is going to be April Fool's. However, much like bloody Godzilla 98, my 85 version has went missing. But
it may happen, it may not happen. We don't know.
Yes, I'm just going to joke on me. So let's do the remake, even though the remake is fucking terrible. But
Okay.
let's do the remake. And
what year did the remake come out?
oh god, oh no, it's 2007, I think, 6. I have no idea. Wait till we see.
As long as I can look it up.
2008. It says on the back of the disc as he's holding it in his hand. And then in May, due to public demand, my god, this thing won by a landslide.
Yeah,
We're doing Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is one of my favourite B movies. So yeah,
mine too. That'll be fun. I got to see its Ohio premiere way back in the day in the theater. It was very exciting. Nobody knew what this movie was, and we just loved it to death. It was unbelievable.
Okay. And in June, for Pride Month, we're going to have a Sunshine Gay, aka what the hell was it called again? Not Another Gay Movie. I forgot what it was called there. Yes, with the earworm song from Nancy Sinatra, which will not leave you for days. That another gay, sunshine day will stick in your head for about a decade. That thing is a fucking earworm and a half. So
I look forward to that. I've not seen this movie ever.
Oh my god. The first one is genius. The second one is so avoid the second one.
Okay. We're watching the first one, though, right?
Yes, the first one. Yes.
Just want to make sure.
The first one is a gay American Pie. Is how it's sold. So that's all I'll say.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like, yay. No, trust me, it's actually quite clever. I mean, and some of the points are pretty much mirror what happened, because 20 years ago I came out, and what happened in this movie is pretty much what happened to me.
We have my first to talk about. This is going to be great.
Yes, that's a wee genius. So yeah. Like I said, my first year out is pretty much what happened in this movie, but stretched over the whole year. Oh my god. So yeah. Oh my god, the whole first time in a gay bar, which was a fucking nightmare. The whole first time. Moving on. Anyway, right then.
Well, this is going to be exciting. I can't wait.
Yes, so we. Right then. So all I can say is thank you for listening, and put us out there. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you hear it is, and get us out there because we need listens.
We need listeners.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't need listeners. We'll still do this regardless of what anybody listens, to be honest. It would be nice to have listeners.
Yes. We want listeners, basically. And if you would like a movie covered, tweet us or X us. God, that's such a fucking terrible name for a social media. X. And if I can find it, then it will be covered. Okay then. Yes. And by the way, I'm not talking about A movies. I'm talking about B movies. I'm talking about midnight movies. I'm not talking about these big blockbuster movies. I the whole point of it is a midnight movie. I mean, so yeah. And all I say is get us out there and give us more listens. So all I can say is bye.
Bye.